He say, she say, we say, I say, hearing out them points of views when I see it my way. Yes it goes, yes it knows, maybe so's, probably not, shoulds and coulds, do's and don'ts, your wills and won'ts is how you rock. Politicians and religions, on your house or are you renting? Is you married, is you single, meta interest when you mingle, turn out to be someone you into, so how long before the bed get wrinkled? Children when they tripping, is it time out or do you whip them? Opinions and decisions, hunches, intuitions, may or may not get it, cause people's experience different. Check the prejudice at the door. Speak the mind, you give the flow. Tell the truth if it's sweet or sour, cause the hour we spitting that fire.
Okay, this is Spittinfire and I'm coming to you with another one. You must be over the age of 18 to visit my channel, listen to my videos. Do not listen to my videos with anyone under the age of 18. Sometimes use aggressive language, aggressive tone, and plenty of cuss words. Sometimes it's deliberate, sometimes it's passionate. This is Spittinfire. What did you think you were going to get? Make sure you read the disclaimer in the description below. So we're going to be talking about the Ma'Khia Bryant shooting, okay? And it happened the day of the Derek Chauvin's trial when he was found guilty on all counts, right? So America was all set. So right when we have victory on one, it's another thing. But that lets us know that a lot of these things happen often, more often than we even count. But what do we do? What do we do? And I've often did a video not too long ago, and I told people that we have to take accountability when I was talking about the George Floyd, right? We as Black Americans have to take accountability. We are so hypocritical. This culture, Black America, are very hypocrites. Very hypocrites. And they act as if they care about young black men that getting killed by the police officers, or young people, in this case, young ladies getting killed and everything else. And they want this officer brought up on charges and they ready to protest again and they ready to riot. And this stuff is becoming redundant. Okay, so why are we going to do all these protests and all this and not go about changing laws? You know what I mean? This is what we want to do. So do we really care about these young people, or do we like to be seen on the media with bullhorns? You know what I'm saying? Do we like to be the ones that's rioting and being participating and all this and that? This selective outrage. Fake outrage is what I call it. You know what I mean? Because you're not really outraged. I mean, I don't really think the government really care about us. I've often talked to you guys about a lot of things on my channel, about how other cultures getting all these laws changed to benefit them, but we're not getting anything to benefit us. And we need to go about changing these laws, okay, about what's going on in our community. But before we do that, we have to take accountability. So I'm going to show you this call that is everybody is showing you. Let's take a listen and look.
It all happened in just 11 seconds, from the moment Officer Nicholas Reardon is seen arriving at the scene to when he fired 4 shots at Ma'Khia Bryant. Police say they were responding to a 911 call about someone who had a knife.
These grown girls over here trying to fight us, trying to stop us.
When Officer Reardon arrived, Bryant appears to be chasing one girl before threatening another. Slowed down, police say the video shows 16-year-old Bryant raising a knife. Officer Reardon repeatedly shouts, "Get down," and then he fires.
Get down! Get down!
So that is the police officer who shot Ma'Khia Bryant, okay, with her lifeless body right there, and he's on the ground. Now, people would think like that's just like he doesn't care. He probably is, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. He probably do care. But you have to understand this. He has to protect himself. He just put down someone. He's the only one there at this particular time. He has to protect his surroundings, okay? Because he has to protect his life as well. Now, this is the thing that I'm going to tell you guys that you are hypocrites about Black America, okay? When it comes to police officers in a uniform shooting one of us, our kids, or us, or whatever, you are outrage. But when it comes to these white women accusing our black men of rape, or even our own women accusing them of rape with no proof or whatever, you believe them. And then they go to prison and then come and find out years later they lied about it. And none of you are outraged about that. The hypocrisy in all of this. The hypocrisy. And I only said said that is because on Spittin' Fire, I've often talked about the false accusations, the things that doesn't make sense, to opposed to police brutality. I've often talked about injustice on my channel, and I weigh the two. Some people think it's apples and oranges, sexual assault versus getting killed by the police officer. But the fact of the matter is injustice all across the board. If I'm a black woman accusing another black man of rape and I know I'm not telling the truth, or there are things that are not adding up or whatever, then that's still injustice when you just automatically believe her because she's a girl and you haven't given him the opportunity to sit up there and speak his piece. That's injustice. This selective outrage is crazy, but it happens each and every day. What happens when we sit up there and now that it's a police officer? So Black America really just don't like police officers. Yeah, we have been racially profiled. We have been killed unarmed by police officers on the rapid. But that doesn't mean that every person that is a police officer that kills a black person is not justified. We got to stop with all of this, okay? We have to stop with all of this, because the first thing I see that all these damn people out here who covering this story talking about some, this wrong. He didn't have to shoot her. This was wrong. All this and that. And they actually trying to get this police officer as if it's the same thing with Chauvin. That's not the same thing. This is not the same thing, people. What I just seen that our officer doing his job. I hate to say it. And then unfortunately, we lost a life. Unfortunately, it's like black people don't think that police officers are supposed to do shit to them, period. They're never supposed to pull a gun out at you, especially if they're white. That does not happen that way. This is not why we are outraged. We're outraged about things that they can handle. We're outraged about people who are unarmed being killed. Our youth, our teens they have guns. They have knives. They're violent. They're killers, just as well as people who are of age. This is why I said, and when it comes to sexual assault, we can't say that these are kids that they don't know what they're doing, but they got knives in their hand. They're killing people. They're taking lives. But yet, when it comes to sex, they don't know what they're doing. The hypocrisy and all this. And you guys do this. You guys do it. So what I seen in that video was an officer responded to a call that somebody had a knife in the stabbing. Now, you got to place yourself in the officer's shoes. He doesn't know who the hell is who before he arrived on the scene. He doesn't know who is who. And we have a situation to where he's a white officer calling to a black area where George Floyd, people still outraged, even though there was some victory. And then next thing you know, people sitting up there talking about some, oh, I'm so sick of the police killed by police and took down tweets and all this and that. First of all, we cannot get mad. The celebrities sitting up there riding the wave. They don't give a damn. Even LeBron James and all this and that did a tweet. These media's doing a tweet and all this and that. Ain't none of them sat up there and showed any support whatsoever. I didn't see his ass ever rioting. I didn't see his ass ever protesting. I didn't see nothing, but he's the one making tweets. So this police officer doesn't know, okay? He doesn't know that who is who or whatever. So people saying he shot her or something. But what I felt is they came out the house fighting. One girl was on the ground. She had a knife in her hand. So with training, because I went to technical training, they don't tell you to stop ask questions. When somebody got a knife in their hand and you pull out that gun, you fire. And they often tell you don't pull it unless you're going to use it. She is killing, she is trying to stab someone. So at that time, it's not about who and who was right. Nobody's going to dissect that. He doesn't have time to dissect that. He's seen a person with a knife coming after a girl. He pulled his hand out. He pulled his gun. Then the knife was still in her hand. She was coming at somebody else. He fired his weapon consecutively. Poop, 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 poop. That's how, and it depends on how the gun is. She's down, life lost. And yet we feel that we listen to this media shit, and we feel that everybody is just wrong every time the police come and they end up dead. That's not the truth. That's not reality. I'm sorry that y'all don't think Spittinfire is on the side of you guys right now. But when there is an armed weapon in the hand, you can't tell me which weapon to use. He has a gun. A deadly weapon can be used to kill someone. He's going to pull it and he's going to fire it so you won't kill no one else or kill no one or hurt himself. That's what he's trying to do. Now, George Floyd was unarmed. He was handcuffed. The officer's knee was on his neck. But this was not the same situation. And for you bloggers out here just want to ride the wave of black people should never be killed by cops when they are armed, and even if it's a girl or a boy, we can't be selective on who can be dangerous. When you are a police officer and you out there and you got to patrol and protect, that's what you do. So what I seen on the video, I'm sorry. It's unfortunate that this baby lost her life, but the community failed her. The community failed her. Her family failed her. Like, people just, why is it that there was adults there? Then, right after the shooting, the man said, "Why you shoot her? You called me to the scene. What the hell you mean why I shot her? She had a knife in her hand and was coming after someone. That's what I'm trained to do. She's only 16. Well, if she was only 16 and she got a knife, why the fuck you didn't subdue her then? Before I got there. Come on, people. This is Spitfire, and I'm going to tell y'all the real deal. All right? I'm just saying, fire out.